Hello everyone, welcome to Crazy Trades 24/7. In this live stream, we are going to focus on gold, silver, Bitcoin, crude oil, and all the forex pairs that we usually follow on this program. Before the New York market opens, let's discuss our outlook for today's session and let's mark out important levels that we need to follow for this particular session. Without any further ado, let's start with gold. This is the gold chart, 5 minute chart. Go. Let me delete all these price tags first of all. Yes, this is 3 hourly chart of gold, and we will discuss from 3 hourly chart, and then we will further drill down to the much smaller time frames. So beginning with the 3 hourly time frame, the structure wise, if we saw yesterday a downfall, a big downfall that was at the level of this resistance. This was a very bearish level because of the two reasons. First reason was the bearish trend line was getting retested at this level, so there is natural bearish outlook on this particular level. And the second reason behind this bearishness of this particular level was this resistance zone that is marked here with yellow rectangle. We have already seen that price is rejecting further moves from this yellow zone earlier, like we saw on 9th June, and similar situation was arised on 15th June. And soon after that, on 17th, we saw a sharp decline. So the reason behind this decline is very clear to us now. Now we have to see what happens after that decline. After the price declined, it has made a low, and it had actually broken this to 4280 ka low. And after making this low, it tried to give a pullback, and pullback has its own limitations that it cannot give 100% retracement. So it retraced till 0.618 level on Fibonacci scale, and then it started to continue in the lower direction. So upon breaking of this low, 4221, we were certain that price has changed its long-term trend. I won't say it a long-term trend, but obviously this was a week worth of up move that was about to get vanished. So this level was 4218, and upon price crossing this level, we were expecting a steep downfall, and that's exactly what we saw. But we were expecting that price might take support of this previous zone that was formed on 12th June. This level was 4170. Why this level we thought of as a probable support level? Because price has taken support from this level earlier. Like while giving a sharp up move, when price took a retracement, it found some bullish support at this level of 4170. So taking this level as an inference, we were expecting that price might give some support here as well. But we stand incorrect, and price without any hesitation moved forward to break this support, probable support that we were expecting. And upon breaking of this support, price has made a new low. Currently, this new low stands at 4121. To be precise, 4122 would be the round figure for this new low. One thing which we have to keep in perspective is this low is still above the last low that it had made on 11th June. This low was 4023. If we compare this low and the current low is obviously higher than the previous low, and previous low was the lowest point of the downswing that we saw on a higher time frame. This was a downtrend. It continued till this level of 4023, and after making this new low of 4023, price has recovered very quickly, and it had found a resistance at the level which we have discussed just now. Up until the level of 4170, we were thinking that this up moves retracement, the downfall that we are witnessing right now is actually the retracement of this up move. But again, we stand incorrect because price has already given a breakout of the earlier support and now it's continuing in the lower direction. Now the support that we thought of earlier, it didn't work. It didn't work out as a support, but now it's working as a strong resistance. Like you can just watch here when price was recovering after making this new low of 4121 or 4122. When price was recovering after making the this new low of 4122, it got stopped out at this level of 4175, which was earlier acting as a support. So it's a clean classic sign of change of polarity where a previous support becomes resistance and the previous resistance becomes support. This happens in the market all the time. And upon getting rejected from this resistance level, price has given a downswing here. And if this downswing continues, currently we are watching this up move getting formed here. This up move might be the retracement for this downfall. I mean, if I were to draw a path here, this is something how current move looks like, and this is how it's expected to move further. Like this was the down move, and this might be the correction for this down move, and after that, it might continue in the lower direction. So this is a kind of move we are expecting. Let me delete this path first. But we are not very rigid about our outlook because once price breaks above this high of 4178, then it might continue on the upper direction. Then we can consider this downfall as a retracement of this up move. Let me check it on the Fibonacci retracement scale as well, like till what level it has retraced. Yes, we were suspecting that it might have retraced till the level of 618, and that's exactly what we have found here. This up move has retraced till this level of 0.618, and now it's showing some bullish sign, which essentially means if it continues in the bullish direction and gives a breakout above this high of 4178, then gold might continue in the further upper direction. And on 30-minute time frame, we might see a good rally from here. But again, we need to have this clear. We need to have this thing very clear in mind that price is in a very bearish trend, making lower lows and lower highs. And after a big downtrend, after a big down move, price is giving this pullback. If this pullback continues, let me check till where it might continue, if it continues at all. If at all it continues, it uh, it might continue. If the current up move breaks 4178, then till where the price might continue, this is the level I am discussing right now. Price should continue till this level of, if at all it continues, 4250 and 4225. So basic 25 level, let me mark it for you. This is the resistance level. Let's call it resistance level. If price continues to give an up move, this is the major resistance level. Why this? We have taken it as a resistance level because this is the 0.5 to 0.618 Fibonacci level of this down move. So let's call it a. It's just for the understanding. Let's not mention it on the chart. It's looked quite unclear and very messy. Now talking about the position that we would like to take. As of now, if price gives breakout above 41.78, then we would be interested in taking long positions. Otherwise, consolidation is fine for us. If price don't give breakout over 41.78, we would expect that price will continue consolidating within this narrow range of 41.23 and 41.78. And upon consolidation, if it gives breakout on the lower direction, we would be happy to sell short here. Otherwise, we would avoid this kind of trade as of now. Because for taking any trade, we need some confirmations. The price structure should be at our favor. The trend should be in the direction of the trade we are taking, and overall structure should make sense. But as of now, as the situation goes, nothing is making sense right now. If something, if we talk about direction, I would be interested in taking short trades, but that too after a consolidation. Until we saw some consolidation, we should not be even bothered about taking short trades now. Next support is at 4,000 levels, and 4,050 is around 4,050's level. Next support is 41.22, 41.21, 41.21 is this low. So for gold, we have sideways outlook today, and the levels which we have mentioned here, we will strictly follow these levels. If price gives breakout over 41.78, we will think of trade in the long direction. But that our target must not exceed this level of 42.50. And the logic I have already explained. This levels covers the 0.5 to 0.618 retracement level of this downfall, like the downswing that was started on 18th June, like the yesterday. This downswing that we saw, if the price were to give a retracement to this downswing, it might continue till this level of 42.48 or 42.50 maximum. So if I were to take a long trade here above 41.78, I would expect not more than 42.50 level to get achieved. So this is our clean outlook for gold. Next, this was on the bullish direction, and on the bearish direction, we are very clear. If price breaks this 41.21, then it might continue till this level of 40.48 or 40.50. So upon crossing this low that it had made today, 41.21, we would be taking short positions, and we would not be expecting a target much lower than 4,050. Not expecting target does not mean price can't move below that target. Obviously, if it starts moving downward, then it might even continue below 4,000 levels. But taking a conservative figure as a target has always helped me in the past, and that is what I would suggest for you guys. Yes, the outlook is clean, levels are mentioned, and our setup is quite clear. There's more chance of continuing in the lower direction than in the upper direction, let me tell you. Even consolidation is even price not giving any move on either direction is fine, because looking at the structure, it has just broken below 4170 and it's now retracing back and retesting this breakout level. I might suspect consolidation of gold at current levels also. So this is also a chance here. Let me mark it as a major resistance, not just resistance. Is today US markets holiday or something? Let me check it on Forex Factory calendar list. Today is Friday, right? Yes, bank holidays are there. In United States, today is bank holiday. Low liquidity and irregular volatility. Most forex brokers remain open for every holiday except Christmas, New Year days. Is New York market open today, or let me find out? Today, New York Stock Exchange and Nasdaq are closed in observation of June 10th. June 10th. I don't know. Today is market holiday. So we cannot expect much volatility today. And because of the lower liquidity, taking position in either direction would be risky. So today might be some flattish move altogether. Now let's check out how silver is behaving and how what price formations are forming on silver. So let's start with 3 hourly time frame, as similar to what we did with gold. And yes, this is silver 3 hourly time frame. This is the major low that silver had made on 11th June, 61.505. And price has given a very quick up move up until this level of 71.564. And this worked as a strong resistance, and price broke down below this support of 69.4590. And after the breakout of this support, silver is just on a free fall. So you got the broader direction on which silver is moving, right? So silver is trying to move in the lower direction. This is one thing which we are sure of. And the second thing is silver has made a low of 61.505. So if price broke below this level, silver might make a new low. Okay. Now we have to find out whether this 61.505 was the new low of how many days, like of this chart altogether. Yes, 61.505 was the lowest point since March 2026. April, May, June, like it was the lowest point of previous 2 to 3 months. So now our perspective is very clear. Silver is in a downtrend, no doubt about it. Price is making lower lows and lower highs structure. And this up move that we saw was not a try of a reversal, but it was actually a pullback or a corrective rally of the downfall that we just saw. Let me prove my point here by forming a Fibonacci scale retracement scale. Fibonacci level Fibonacci retracement scale, and we have connected the start of a downswing level at which the downswing started and the lowest point of this downswing. And while connecting these 2 points, what we are witnessing here, the pullback that came soon after this downfall or a downswing. This pullback came and it has retested this level of 0.618 and made a high of 71.564. So this is very clear, and I mean, if you are watching my program from a long time, then you might have this idea that 0.618 level of Fibonacci retracement scale give a good sense of till where the price might retrace and from where it might continue in its original direction. So talking about the retracement, price gave a retracement of this downswing till this level of 71.564 was the high that it made. And after this upswing, price is continuing in the lower direction. Right after it got rejected from this resistance level, it's continuing in the lower direction. And while let me erase this Fibonacci retracement scale first. Yes, and while retracing further in the lower direction after this rally, price has broken below this level of 65.896. Why this level? Why we have chosen this level as our probable support? The reason behind that motive uh, is because of this support that price took on 12th June. While giving an up move after making this low of 61.505, Yes, sorry for the interruption. Let's get started. So we are talking about silver. Yes, silver broke below this level of 65.896 and it is now consolidating below this level. And yes, and when price faced retracement at this level of 71.56, it started. First of all, it broke below this level of 69.15. After this level was broken on 17th June, price gave a quick rally, or you might want to call it as a retracement of this down move. And soon after that retracement, price slowly and steadily started to decline. And upon this decline, the next support we found, we were expecting price to bounce back from was 65.896. Why this level? I have just mentioned that while giving an up move, price used this level as a stepping stone. I mean, this was the level where the first retracement of this up move uh, got reversed back. So this acted as a strong support here. So this was the level we were expecting silver to take support or give bounce back from, but that did not happen. And silver broke directly to the far lower levels of 63. Today, silver has made this low of 63.20. And after making this low, it is now giving an up move. We cannot call it as a reversal yet, because this is just a small rally as compared to what we have seen. So if it continue in the upper direction further, then it might change into some kind of reversal. But that's generally that there is very little chance of that, because the price structure is not positioned in that way. Let me find some major resistance level of this downswing. If price were to continue on the above direction to give retracement of this downswing, till where the price might continue in upper direction, if at all it continues, let me draw a retracement level here. This is the Fibonacci retracement scale, and as we are already aware that price has a tendency to give retracement till Fibonacci 0.5 level and 0.618 level. So these two levels becomes our significant and important points to look for. So let me draw a rectangle here so that we could, yes, this is the level we have marked here so that we could track this as and when price gives an up move. So from this chart, it's very clear then if we were to take some trades on the upper direction, which is very unlikely because of the price structure. I'm more confident towards taking trade on the lower direction or a short trades than to take a long trades. But if price makes some consolidation here, and if I have to take trade on the upper direction, I would not expect target higher than this level of 68, because of the reason I just explained on a Fibonacci retracement scale. So looking at this two big green candles, it seems like price want to give a strong pullback from this level. But this pullback might, if it continues, it might continue till 68.40. And before that, we still have this support level, which earlier should have worked as a support. But if even if it didn't work as a support, immediate support for silver stands at 63.35. That is the low of today. Today's low is 63.287. This is the support that silver has as of now. Yes, this is the support. I don't want to make a very long support levels because it seems very messy to me. And if this support is broken, then it might retest its major support 61.505, which is most likely the case. Even if we uh, don't see any moves today, it's more likely that price is going to retest this level of 61.505 in the near future. So these are the supply zone on the price above. So what we have seen on gold and silver, they both are they both have declined a lot, and now they are finding some support at the levels below their immediate supports. So their support levels are broken, and now they are just trying to consolidate at lower levels. And there have been a tendency that we have observed that if this price continues in the upper direction to give the retracement of the previous downswing, like if gold continues to give a retracement to this downswing or a correction to this downswing, then it might face resistance from this supply zone here that is created at 42.25 and 42.50. This is the zone for gold and this is the zone for silver. So we have our setup ready. The lowest level that we need to watch out on silver is 63.287, and the upper boundary for this retracement, like the boundary above which if price crosses we can where if price crosses, it can give a up move. That particular level is at 65,383. So this was gold and silver for you. Next, we have Bitcoin. Let's look at how price is forming structures on Bitcoin. Let's start with 3 hourly as we did with gold and silver. So this is the structure of Bitcoin. Bitcoin was in an uptrend, making higher highs and higher lows. But looking at the slope of this price trend, this seems like an extended move. And this is very true because this up move was essentially an pullback for the downswing that we saw on Bitcoin. So if I were to measure it on a Fibonacci scale, Fibonacci retracement scale, then this complete downfall, this complete down move that we just saw, it gave a retracement till this level of 0.5 on Fibonacci retracement scale. And soon after, it met with some supply zone here and it started falling again back to its normal direction, which is bearish. 63,650 was the strong support level on Bitcoin, where earlier it has taken some support and had shown a good up move from there. So taking this as a reference point, we were expecting a downfall to stop at this very level, which it did for some time, but eventually it gave a breakout below this level as well. 63,660 was the support level, and after breakout of this level, price has shown some really big down moves, following to which now price is trading at its lowest point. Like this is the lowest point on Bitcoin in recent past. Like one thing which we are aware of, that Bitcoin was in a downtrend till 5th June. 5th June was the day on which Bitcoin made a lowest low. This lowest low was at the level of 59,080. And after making this lowest low, it started giving a sustained up move, which was essentially the retracement for this down move. And once this retracement is complete, now price has to move in its original direction. And for us, original direction on Bitcoin is bearish trend. Like it has to continue in its lower direction. This is the daily time frame chart of Bitcoin, and we can easily see a pattern here. Price is making big downswings, and after that, it's a common phenomenon to see a pullback. And upon completion of the pullback period, price again starts to show some big downswings. Similar thing happened here also, and the past always repeats in technical analysis, as we say. This was the downfall, and after this downfall, price has made this low on 5th June. As I just mentioned, it was 59,080. After this low, price started to move higher, which was essentially the retracement for this down move. So the fact of the matter is, price are yet to move lower. This is what I want to conclude this. Looking at the price structure, it seems like Bitcoin is going to continue making newer lows. Current support on Bitcoin is at 62,240. Upon breaking of this low, we can expect some bigger down move through which Bitcoin can retest this level of 60,680. 60,680 might act as a strong support when price breaks below this low of 62,240. Long trade is not advisable here. Taking long trade in a bearish direction is always a fatal and almost a suicidal. 62 to 40 is the level of support, and we have to wait for the breakout of this level. And this is the range within which Bitcoin is consolidating throughout the day. And it entered this level yesterday. And as you can see, this is a very narrow range. I won't say narrow because it's 1,000 point wide, but looking at the uh, price of Bitcoin, it's still a narrow range. Less than 1% of uh, width of the range. Even within this range, there is a formation of a downtrend. So if this consolidation continues, then we might find an opportunity to take a long position to target this upper boundary or this resistance level. But we should not be doing that. Instead, if price give an up move from here, then if we found some selling opportunities up at this resistance level, then we can go for that instead. To capture the move, price will make while retracing back to its support. So instead of taking a long position here, we would prefer taking short position at the resistance because the overall trend is negative. If price breaks below 62 to 40, next support on Bitcoin is at again 60,680 level. This is the major support after price breaks below 62 to 40. Price structure is very clean on Bitcoin. This is the movement that we are just witnessing. This was the downfall. This was the retracement of the downfall, and this is the continued move. Continued move is supposed to continue below the low of previous swing, previous downswing. So this was the previous downswing, and this was the low of previous downswing. So if the downfall continues, it is supposed to move below this level. So we have good points to capture, but we should not be such ambitious. Instead, we should take a conservative figure as a target. First of all, upon breaking of this level 62 to 40, we would be targeting 60,800 because any decline is never comes in a quick quick move. It always takes some consolidation on its way. Let's move to our next script, that is Ethereum. And we are witnessing similar structure as we saw on Bitcoin. This is the Ethereum chart on 4-hourly time frame. Oh, wait. Let me put the watermark behind so that it's easy for you guys to spot which pair it's trading. So this was the downfall that we saw on Ethereum, and after this downfall, we have seen if you want to call it a correction or a relief rally, we have seen an up move, and this up move seems to be concluded at this level of 1830. And why at this 1830 level? Because this level has worked for worked as a support for previous consolidation range. This was the previous consolidating range, which was active for at least 3 to 4 months. And upon breakout of this consolidating range, price gave a price retested this level through a pullback, and price has retested it successfully, and it has continued moving in the lower direction. So this is the price structure. This trend line is broken. Next support that we are expecting on Ethereum is at this level of 1650. If price breaks below this level of 1650, then we might see Ethereum retesting 1500 levels, as it did earlier during 5th or 6th June. Below this 1650 level would be a good short entry point. Given the Ethereum take time to consolidate here for some more time, after consolidation, if it gives breakout below this level of 1650, then it would be a good entry point for a short trade. And we can expect a target till this level of 1500 at least. We might face some support at this 1600 level, but it's fine. If this level is broken, Ethereum is almost certain that it will continue below this 1503 level. To make this price structure make sense, if this price structure want to stay intact, it has to make a lower low if price decline below the support that we are witnessing right now at 1651. Yes, if price decline below this level, it's almost certain that price will give breakout below this level and make a newer low. This is Bitcoin again. Below this level is sell. We have to put alerts here. I really doubt that price will give a big downfall here because New York markets are closed today. But that doesn't matter because Bitcoin trades 24/7. This should be the shorting and short trade entry, and this might be our stop loss for this trade. And if price give breakout, then yes, 61,000 would be our appropriate expectation for this trade. This is a nice trade if it executes. It would be even better if price consolidate within this range for some more time, and then it gives breakout on the lower direction. This low was made just yesterday, like at 9 p.m. So it's really not convincing. at this moment. This is Bitcoin, this is Ethereum. For Ethereum, we have our near-term support here at 1650. So we won't be taking any new short trades here because it's just 35 points. Shorting at a support uh, is the worst thing that you can do while trading. Now let's look at crude oil, how price structures are forming on crude oil. So yes, crude oil is positive 1.007% as of now. Today is a green day on crude oil. Yesterday was also a green day, but it just moved above 0.68 level. Oil has declined a lot. If I were to show you the extent of it, it has declined like more than 22% in last 6 trading sessions, which is huge given the geopolitical situation we are in. But this problem is almost sorted now. US, Iran are they were about to sign peace agreement today. I don't know what happened to that. We'll find out after some time. After this steep downfall, we were expecting a pullback till this level of 80. And I have discussed about this in our afternoon live stream, which we start from 12 p.m. And looking at the price structure, this seems like a bottom formation, an inverse head and shoulder kind of a formation. This looks like if price breaks above this neckline, this upper wick has made us difficult to navigate through this structure, because if this upper wick would not have been there, then we would have taken a long position here after breakout of this level, uh, and for the target of 80. But because of this upper wick, we cannot do so, because what if price take retracement from this level of 79? So this has made the story, because of this thing, story of a pullback might not work out. So it's better to avoid this trade. But yes, crude oil seems very bearish as of now. It has already broken its major supports that it had on its price chart, like 79 was the level from where price has shown multiple bounce backs earlier. This was the first instance, this was the second, and that is the level price has already broken. So I was expecting at least a price take some retest this breakout level, and then it might continue on the lower direction. Let's see how it unfolds. You really cannot say anything on crude oil these days, because if God forbid some kind of misunderstanding or some disagreement happened between this US and Iran, they might start fighting again. Then we might see a spike on crude oil again. So this is always the possibility on the commodities driven by news, and especially the geopolitical news. Gold and silver are witnessing some selling pressure from the above. This was the resistance level which we have marked, and this from this very level price is uh, facing selling pressure, and it's retracing till its support level now. Immediate. This is the immediate support. Let's now move to our next segment of forex pairs, where we discuss a few set of pairs. Let's start with Euro USD. On daily time frame, yes. Let's start from daily time frame, then we will drill down further to the lower time frames. On daily time frame, we are witnessing this consolidation all the way from 16th June 2025. Today is 19th June 2026. So it's almost been a more than 1 year since price is stuck between this two range support and resistance range. Between this range, price is giving an moves, and the direction is not very clear. It's just a sideways direction. Price is consolidating, and after every retest of its support, price has a tendency. It's seen that price has tendency to show up move to, and that up move has ended up retesting its resistance multiple times. These are the instances. This was the first instance when price retest its resistance level. This was the second instance. After retesting, price has given a breakdown and again retraced back to its support. So this is this happened for the multiple times. Currently, we are seeing this down move that we just followed. This was the declining channel that was at place, following to which we took this trade yesterday, and it went successfully, and we have achieved like 96 pip on this trade. This trade lasted for 16 hours, and the logic behind this trade was quite simple. Price was already identified as as moving in a declining channel, and when something is in declining channel, it's the best place to short is at its upper boundary resistance. So as you can clearly see this declining channel has two boundaries. The lower one is called the lower boundaries and the upper one is the upper boundary. And it's very simple. When price faced retracement from this upper boundary, then it was quite evident that price might give a down move again and retest its lower boundary, as it has shown multiple times. This was the time when price gave a breakout below the top formation, and it continued its move till it retested the lower boundary. So this is a repeated phenomenon, and that's what we tracked, and we took a short entry at this very level when price broke below the top formation. This was the neckline that we draw on 2 hourly or 1 hourly time frame from yellow rectangle, and upon breakout of this level we took short entry, and this went perfectly. And now that price has given a complete move from its resistance to its support, now what lies ahead is the question for me, is the question with us. Now, as we have already seen multiple times, then that whenever price retests its support, it has the tendency to give a up move that again end up retesting its resistance. So it's safe to assume that price will, after forming some structure here, if price gives a breakout on the upper direction, then we should be looking for a bullish trade for the price structure that's going to evolve from here on. So first we need to erase all these arrows and these channels, because this channel is now completed and it has already broken below this channel's low. Price has already broken below this channel low and now it's consolidating in a sideways range. So the relevance is over. Now we might find another channel when price makes some move which would be directed in the upper direction. So this is a trend line that price needs to give breakout from, and only after that we would be comfortable taking uh, trades on the longer direction, because there might be some consolidation here for some time, and following to that consolidation, price might give breakout above this bearish trend line. And this would be the most important resistance on this price structure. This seems like a price is going to give a good up move from here, but we need to wait for some more consolidation. This structure is just forming uh, after a big downfall, so we are not confident to take a long trade from this very level. And this is very steep. It's not worth to take this risk. Now is the time for consolidation for Euro USD. After some consolidation, if it breaks above this bearish trend line and starts to show, and if it's break above this horizontal resistance of 1.1626, upon breaking above these two levels, then it would be open for us to take long trades. If you want to play really safe, then this is the option. Otherwise, upon every simple or a little consolidation, you can always take some long trades if it breaks above its highest level of the consolidating range. If anyone have any question, then do ask on the comment section. I will try to answer those. Next pair we have is odd USD. On this on this particular pair as well, we have noticed a declining channel, and it's forming a clean structure, making lower lows and lower highs, but it has retraced from this very level. It didn't touch or didn't retested its upper boundary of declining channel. Why this level? Because this was an important support through which when price broke below, we took short entry, so that our entry point or this support level, which was earlier working as a support, has now turned into a strong resistance. And you can see here price refused to give an up move, even if it broke breakout, even if it gave breakout above uh, this line at 0.7077 on intraday basis, it couldn't sustain above it, and price has started declining from this very level. Let me delete this chart first. Yes. We are expecting further down move from this level, but it would be nice if price retest this upper boundary, because that would be our perfect entry point for short trades. Taking entry on a resistance in a downtrend is always a good idea. On this price structure, this was the perfect time to take a short entry. Below this, yes. This was the path which I draw few days back, when we were expecting the price to at least retest this upper boundary and then start falling to the lower direction. But that couldn't happen because price met with an supply zone near this level, and upon heavy selling, price started to decline. This is a support. Previously, price made this low, and now this low is acting as a strong support and giving some stability to the current downswing. So yes, this is acting as a support for price right now. This was the earlier down move that got stopped out at this very level, and after price gave a bounce back from this level, again price is taking support of this level. So it would be right to say that this level holds some really bullish uh, significance. There are buyers around these levels. This is the support and resistance level here. First of all, let's check out gold and silver chart. This is the 5-minute move on gold. This was a huge move, and on the silver also we saw uh, almost 1% gain in a 5-minute candle. This is new for today because this has not happened today yet. And on Bitcoin also we saw a good up move. What might be the reason? I don't know. Oil has again went back to the lower levels. Earlier we saw oil was trading in positive 1.4%. Let's check out news. There must be some news coming in because of which this happened. Israel and Hezbollah have agreed to ceasefire at 4 p.m. local time on Friday. So this is the reason why we are getting this decline on US oil. Obviously, because this is a good news. And silver and gold are witnessing an up move. After this breakout, above this breakout, I don't know if we need to take a long trade here. Leave it. We won't be taking long trades here because price has not consolidated enough. This price structure does not give more confidence to me. So I won't take any forced trade. We have already discussed the direction we want to trade in, and we have to be strict about that. We have already discussed the price structure on from higher time frames to the lower time frames, and we found out that it's worth taking only short trades on gold and silver for today, and changing our decision on the last moment just because of a one good spike up uh, is no brainer. We should not be doing that. So let's get back to our forex pair that we were discussing right now. Yes, this was the odd USD pair that we were discussing. This is the support and resistance level that we have marked out, and these are working quite well. And I really suspect that price might give a sideways consolidation, and after continuing for a while and retesting this upper boundary here somewhere. And if it gives a breakout again, then we might think of taking short trade. But I don't feel like odd USD will give some short. I mean, odd USD won't be giving a breakout below its support anytime soon. Anytime soon. It must or it might take some time to give that move. Bitcoin is also showing really good strength. Yes, it's also started rising. It might retest this level, and if it gives some bearish or some rejection, sign of rejection at this resistance level, then we might take a short entry on Bitcoin at these levels. But currently, we are not taking any entries on either direction. So just upon this one news, price has seriously this is what I was talking about on gold. I don't know if anybody has taken a long position here, but if they have done, I mean, they have really caught it on the wrong direction. So this is New Zealand USD pair, and from 4 hourly time frame, yes, we have seen a decline upon breakout of this base that it had made on. This base has its significance since April 10th. On 5th June, when it broke below this level, price started consolidating around these levels and has taken multiple rejections from this resistance. This support, it was a support earlier which turned into a resistance, and now price is continuing in the lower direction. It's expected for price to take support of this rising trend line here, and after bounce back from this rising trend line, price might give some up move. After this decline, price might consolidate for some time here, and then it might take support of this rising trend line. If price take the support of rising trend line, then it must give some really good up move, as this phenomenon has been observed for multiple times. Whenever price retests this rising trend line, it has a tendency to give a up move, but that up move is capped by this falling trend line. As you can see, all these up moves has been capped by this bearish trend line, and uh, price is unable to give a breakout above this level. Yeah. Next, we have GBP USD. Yes, this was quite a downfall we saw, and with this downfall, price has completed its journey towards the support after getting rejected from its resistance level. So the relevance of this channel is over now, and we must have to find some new channels here to uh, I mean, we need to plot some new channels that will eventually evolve. This is the on the weekly time frame, and in 2000 from 2025 April, price is in a sideways range, and it's consolidating between this uh, from resistance till this support, and from support to the resistance. And this is a complete sideways range consolidation. Price is taking bounce back from this support zone that we have mentioned here with yellow rectangle as it was expected. But reversal to this down move is not expected anytime soon. Price might take some consolidating period here. And upon completion of that consolidation only, price might give some move on the upper direction that that is not expected anytime soon. Next, we have USD JPY, and USD JPY has made a high of 161.808. This is the highest level we have seen in last 40 years. Not 40 years. Last we saw this level was at 2024. Like after 2 years, price has made this high of 161.808. So you can understand with this how strong USD JPY momentum is, and it's not thinking of slowing down. It's just moving in some really good pace. After after every time it has made some new high, there has been a tendency that price has shown in the past that it has given a down move to retest this rising trend line multiple times. So it's safe to assume that price might give a downfall to retest this rising trend line, but that would not be our uh, opportunity to take a short entry. In fact, we should not be looking forward to take short entry on this particular pair, USD JPY, as this is historically in a bullish trend, and that too a very strong one. Even after a strong external factors applied by Bank of Japan to dump US dollar in the open market just to manage the value of Japanese yen. It's not getting managed, and even even after doing all those you know taking all those measures, the value of Japanese yen is still declining. So this is the fact, and we have to keep our expectations according to it, aligned with this. If at all price gives a good downfall, as we have seen in the past, which is generally the uh, because of the open market dumping of US dollar by Bank of Japan. If that happens, we should not be looking for short entry. We should be looking for some new long entries. Like after this downfall, there was a good buying opportunity. Soon after that, this downfall occurred, and here was also a good buying opportunity. There was also a good buying opportunity. So after every dump, we should be looking for a buying opportunity rather than a selling one, because the trend is also in the favor of buying trades. So that should be the appropriate action for us. Next, we have USD CHF. And needless to say, USD CHF has worked phenomenally better than I have expected. This was the breakout level from where we have been tracking this particular pair USD CHF, and we were expecting that price will give breakout above this 0.80427 from a very long time. And not only that, we are expecting this price to move anywhere. I mean, this is just a beginning of a new trend. new trend, new uptrend altogether, because this downfall that you are watching here, this was kind of an extended downfall. And every extended downfall is eventually met with a breakout, which gives a lifetime, once in a lifetime up move. So this is one of those moment on USD CHF, I believe. And this move has already been started. I have made this idea public on TradingView forum. So you might want to take a time and check that idea I have mentioned, that this particular price might give a good rally from this level. And I have also shown some fundamental rationale for it. Example, taking the inference from the DXY structure, like DXY is almost ready to give a rocket move in upper direction of plus 25% move in less than 3 years. Following to that, USD CHF case becomes more stronger. So we should be looking for taking long-term bets on USD CHF. It's a no-brainer as of now. It's really interesting to see how this structures are forming, and it's uh, making some really good moves here. Next, we have USD CAD. Same story is with the USD CAD. It's also giving some really phenomenal moves. Like on weekly time frame, price was on a really good uptrend, and they were taking multiple bounce backs from this rising trend line. This was the support from where price has bounced back multiple times, and this was the resistance line. Uh, if you want to call it a bearish trend line, that's exactly what it is. And this bearish trend line has been retested multiple times in the past, and price came out very resilient, and this trend line has been rejecting the price up moves from a very long time, like all the way from January 2025. It's been almost 1.5 years since this bearish trend line is at place. And now that price has broken this bearish trend line, it's bound to give some really crazy moves. So these are the crazy moves that we are trying to focus here on Crazy Trades 24/7. And price has also broken above this high of 1.4132. This was the level which was one of the major, which might have been a major resistance for this up move, but price has broken that within no time. And now structurally, if you look, this seems like a breakout of a double bottom formation, which it actually is. And if you were to count the target for this breakout, like this downfall is almost like 4%, 4.5%. If you were to count 4.5% up move from this level, as the technical analysis suggests, this is the right method of calculating the prospect target for any trade, especially a trade with a deep down move and a deep up move, like a valley formation kind of a structure. Then we might see an up move till this level of 1.4812. It's almost 670 pips trade. This is huge. This is really a good trade to be in. On USD CAD also, you might want to take some really long-term bets. Next, we have Euro JPY. On Euro JPY, price is broken below this rising trend line. This is Euro JPY pair, and price has broken below this rising trend line. But before breakout of this rising trend line, one thing which we need to focus on, and we have noticed that this high that price had made us earlier on 5th June. This high was 186.209. Price has given a breakout above this high on 16th June, but could not sustain above it, and it has given a down move. Because of the down move, price has broken this rising trend line and has moved below this most recent low that it had made, upon which it's now continuing in the lower direction, but somewhere near the level of 184.35. It has found a base here, and it's now consolidating on the same levels. It won't be incorrect to say, if I were to draw here a support level. Yes, this is a support, and this is the resistance. Yes, and price is consolidating well within this range. If this level is broken on the lower direction, then we might see a further decline. But before that, price has to give a breakout below this level of 184.019, because this is a strong support, and price has retested this level and has shown its significance earlier on 8th June. That you can see price has given a very strong up move after retesting this level on 8th June. And following to this up move, price has given a breakout above its previous high, but could not sustain, and it has broken the support. Next, we have GBP JPY. In daily time frame, every JPY quoted currency pairs have good up move, and they are known for showing really good rallies. So this is not an exception here. GBP JPY has been showing a good up move since a very long time, and now the price has given a big down move because of a wedge formation. This was a rising wedge formation, and price has given a really good breakout below 214.53 levels, because of which it has given a really good down move. Let me measure it for you. This downfall was almost for 211 pips, and we have mentioned about this breakout, this probable setup on 17th. Today is 19th. 2 days earlier, on 17th, on New York session live stream, I have mentioned about this setup, and if you follow this live stream regularly, then you might not have missed this opportunity. There is no way you would have missed this opportunity, because I have discussed this well on 17th only, when price was near this level. So it was fun watching this formation form, this wedge formation forming, and after and looking at its breakout. Next we have GBP Euro. This is a rising trend line from where it was expected for price to take a support. And you can see exactly from this rising trend line, price is finding a support. And it's expected for price to give a up move till at least 1.16, because this 1.16 has an established resistance. This is established resistance. You can see price has unable to break out above this level from long time, from a really very long time, like from all the way from January. So we could not expect a target above this level. So still we have like 53 pips to cover if anybody wants to take a long trade here. But before taking a long trade, we must need some kind of setup. This is a 2 hourly time frame. Let price consolidate here for some more time. And after consolidation, we can take a long trade above the breakout of this 1.1545. I mean, the high of the previous swing above this level, we can think of taking a long trade. This would be again a nice long entry for price. Let me put a trade projection here. This is a long trade. The stop loss is below this low, and target would be 115.98. 1.5 risk reward trade. And if you want, you can shorten its stop loss at this level. This is enough. This is more than enough in my view for a stop loss of this trade. Next, we have New Zealand CAD pair. And yes, this is a bullish setup. This I had made once, but levels could be again. We need to restructure. This is the underlying thing. Is this is a bullish trend line. Price is taking multiple support of this trend line, and price is showing sustained strength and making newer highs each time it bounce back. So this time we are expecting no different. We are expecting a bounce back from this level, and bounce back that will lead price to a making newer high than it had made during earlier upswing. This is a 3 hourly time frame, and this is a nice consolidation that we have witnessed here. And this yellow rectangle that I had drawn here, if price give breakout above this, and for confirmation, we are waiting for the breakout of this level 0.8190. If price give breakout above this, then adjusting our stop loss to newer low, we can go for a long trade. But one thing that we must be very clear about is taking long trade is only, taking any trade for that matter is only effective till the time it justified your risk reward. Here in this situation, I think risk reward is compromised. Risk is higher than the reward we are expecting. Looking at this resistance level above I don't think price will, give a breakout above this level anytime soon. Otherwise, if it were to give breakout above this resistance, it would have been given earlier. Why now? Just because I have taken long trade, this does not make sense. So either we should be taking entries on the basis of a smaller time frame where we could find some really tight stop loss and which could justify our risk, justify our reward that we are expecting. Here the reward is of, let's say, 10 rupees, and here for instance the reward is for 0.870. We are expecting a reward of 870 and we are ready to bet it with a loss of 1000. That's no brainer for me. We should not be taking this long trade till the time we find some really good setup for a long trade. So let's call it off and we will look for some other good opportunities on other pairs. Next we have is CAD JPY. CAD JPY is declining like anything. It's at its major support of, it has almost like broken its support on intraday levels, 113.746, and now it's consolidating in a sideways direction. This is a bearish trend line from where it's facing rejections multiple times in the past. Now, if it gives a pullback to the downswing that it has witnessed, then it might again get rejected from this bearish trend line. So it would be wise for buyers and sellers to keep these things into perspective before taking any trading calls. On daily time frame, if this if this support is broken, next support is at 111, like 200 pip down move here is to capture, but price will bounce back only if it touches this level of 112. Only if price give breakout from this level, we would expect our target to be at 112, 111.9 levels. Otherwise, if it gives bounce back from this very level, then we would be expecting this move to sustain till 117. So we would be acting as and when price forms some structures. As of now, there is no entry level seems, but if it breaks below this level, then one can consider of taking a short position with a stop loss of this high, 114.43. As it's into a declining trend is weak. But JPY at the quoted currency, I always feel very scared when I think of a short position. Because just look at the magnanimity of its up move. Like if I were to put this thing into perspective, this is a monthly chart. From 2020 onwards, price is like giving a strong up move. It has almost given a reason for a sixth year consecutively, and it's no joke. This is evident enough to show how strong this particular pair is and how weak Japanese yen is. It has shown 61% up move in last 6 years, like 10% a year on an average. It's really crazy. Japanese yen has declined 60% vis-a-vis Canadian dollar. I mean, it simply means to purchase same amount of goods. If you want to purchase same amount of goods from Canada, if Japanese want to purchase same amount of goods for Canada, I'm not taking inflation in account yet. Just to purchase the same amount of good, inflation is not adjusted. After 6 years, you have to pay 60% more. Can you imagine this is happening on economy level? Let's look at with CAD JPY, our analysis for the Forex pairs is completed. We have seen like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Forex pairs today. And these are the lists that we generally follow on this particular program. Now let's look at what's happening in Bitcoin again. In 5-minute time frame, Bitcoin has taken a support and it has again giving an up move. After this up move is complete, after this up move is completed, at this retrace resistance level, we would think for taking a short entries if it shows some sign of weakness then. Gold and silver as taking strong resistance from the level which we have marked earlier, and this is evident that we have marked correct levels because price is retracing again from that same level. Let's look at the news portal once again and let's refresh it if it holds some news for us or not. This was the 28 minutes ago news. Israeli Defense Forces spokesperson says Iran Defense Force will continue attack as long as it's needed. Such a manipulative news. On one side, Israel is thinking of ceasefire and they are trying to back off. And on one side, these defense forces are saying that they might continue attack as long as they need. Hezbollah will respond if Israel violates truce. Al-Zadi TV. After this downfall, oil is again trying to inch higher. Look at the up move of Bitcoin. Upon completion of our Forex segment and the commodity segment, let's look at the major indices, how world's major indices are behaving and what are the opportunities that we have on those indices. So this is a S&P index. This is a 24-hour, 24 into 5 perpetual futures contract, E-mini. This is a mini future contracts. So S&P currently seems like taking resistance from this purple zone that we have marked, and now it's declining. While declining, there is this trend line that is at place, and prices, and it seems like prices are taking resistance from this declining trend line multiple times. You can see the rejections here. Yes. This is the support level from where price is taking bounce backs, and the trend is already up. I mean, S&P 500 has a bullish biasness from a very long time, and this was just a retracement of the phenomenal up move that we just saw. But this retracement even couldn't last for long, and it has retraced just a shallow after just a shallow retracement. It has started giving a up move, and which has led to the breakout of the previous high, previous swings high. Let us check uh, from which point it started moving above. This was the level of 0.382, and from after taking this rejection from this very level, it started giving an up move. But this bearish trend line still is a major hindrance for price to, which is preventing price from moving in an upper direction. This is the Nasdaq chart on 3 hourly time frame. And price is consolidating near its resistance. So near its resistance, it's making the consolidation pattern here. If this consolidation pattern gives breakout on the upper direction above 30,975, then we might think of a trade on the long side. The biasness is definitely on the longer direction, on the buying direction. So we should keep that thing into our mind. This is the uptrend, and below this low, if price declines from this level, below this low, we can think of a trade in the bearish direction. In 30-minute time frame, the Nasdaq 100 is showing some strength, and it's trying to move on the upper direction. If it gives a breakout above the level of 30,975, then this is a clear, this would be the clear buy entry signal, because the trend is already strong, and uh,
And upon breaking of its previous swings high, this is a bullish signal. Taking a long trade here would be the right option to do. This is CAC 40 index, and price has given a breakout above 83.31. That this level we have marked earlier, and after breakout it's consolidating in a sideways range. If price gives a clean breakout above, this breakout has already done. Now with the stop loss of 8,051, we can take a long entry here, and we might target for some really good moves on the upper direction. As trend is already strong, the price has price waited for some time here to consolidate, and after some more accumulation, we suspect that price might continue in the upper direction further. So this was CAC 40. Next we have DAX, and this was the trade we took on FDAX on. I mean, this trade got triggered on 1st June itself, and soon after that, the price has achieved our target. And this was really a nice trade. And after achieving our target, this trade, this particular price of this DAX has bounced back sharply, and it has risen above. The major resistance level at place is this uh, purple ribbon that I have drawn here. This the highest point of this purple ribbon is 25,641. If price rejects this level, then it might again see a rally on a downward rally, as it has shown multiple times earlier. Price is in a complete sideways range. You can see it from May 2025. This is June 2026. Like for an almost an year, more than a year, it's been, and price is consolidating in a sideways range. And this is the resistance level that is intact on this price chart from 12th Jan 2026. Like it's been 6 months. So there is high significance of this resistance level as well. Let's look at gold and silver price chart, how they are performing. And yes, following to the up move that we saw at 615 on gold, silver, Bitcoin, gold and silver is retracing, showing a retracement of that up move, and it has retraced all the way from the very point it started. So this is confirmed now. This was a fake breakout. Anybody taken a long entry here? We took a right call by saying that we won't be participating in the up move, even if this breakout is real. So that was the right call that we took today. And on silver as well, we just refused to take long entry here, even if the price gave breakout above this very level. Like this was the high of 65.3835, 68.39. Yes, price gave breakout, but we refused to take long entry. So this was the right judgment that we did here. And look at the price structure after making that high. It has just, retraced all the way. And today we should not take any position also, because today is Friday, Saturday, Sunday is going to be holidays, and on top of that, today is US market holiday. So anyway, the liquidity is very little and volatility is phenomenal. The spike that we just saw was nothing other than a volatile spike. So today's trading session was quite uh, peaceful, where we didn't saw any big swings. And this was the peaceful because of the fact that US-Iran war is at the brink of peace, and it's almost resolved now, I think. Let me check what happened to the peace agreement that was scheduled for today. Have reached a preliminary peace agreement formerly known as Memorandum of Understanding, which is scheduled to be signed on June 19, 2026 in Geneva, Switzerland, mediated primarily by Pakistan and supported by Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Turkey. The 14-point deal ends over 100-day war. Whether it got signed or not, that is the question. The agreement was technically signed electronically by both sides earlier in this week. I mean, the agreement is already signed, but it's been signed electronically. The formal ceremony occurring on 19th June, which is today. So we might see some news upcoming of the deal getting signed. So that's an event for today. But I don't think that's going to affect market uh, in some volatile manner. oil is forming this bottoming formation. I don't know what is the logic behind that, and maybe if price give breakout above this, it might see a good up move. But there is no any fundamentals reasons backing that claim. So let's see what happens. And I mean, technical analysis is known for predicting the events on because it gets reflected on the chart quite easily. So I'm not here claiming that agreement is not going to happen, but only if it does not happen. If something wrong happens on the way, then price structure is already in such a way that it can short up like anything and we won't be even surprised looking at the technicals. So I'm just saying, I'm not claiming here, but let's see what happens today, whether it gets signed or not. I mean, uh, it's already been signed electronically, but today is the ceremony, and we will have to wait for it till the deal closes. Look at the breakout that Bitcoin gave. Even it couldn't sustain above it, and it has broken the low of that candle. Now it's declining again. So if it forms some kind of consolidation here, and if we found some shorting opportunities at these levels, then this would be the right opportunity, right place to take a short entry because price trend is already low. I mean, price is already declining in a downward trend, and after price has consolidated here and marked this as a strong resistance level, shorting at a resistance level where the underlying trend is down, I mean negative, it's the best combination to be at for a short entry. I mean, but for that we need some kind of consolidation here for considerable period of time, and after that breakout of that consolidating range would lead us to take a short entry. But before that, we should not be in a hurry. I mean, we should always wait for a confirmation. If it's completely fine if you lose some trade, lose in kind of you missed some trade because market is always going to be there for you, but your capital might not be. Your capital might not survive till then. So it's completely okay if we miss this trade, but we will only made entry after a confirmation of some consolidation forming here and then breakout of that consolidation in the lower direction. That would only be the criteria for our short trade at this level. It's forming kind of a hammer pattern here in 5-minute time frame, but I think this would not be of any value. Yes, silver is approaching its low. If it's break this low, then we might get a short entry here. But this would still be a risky entry because this is the lowest level from where the silver has started giving its bounce back. So technically, this should be the level of breakout for a newer trend. Price bounced back from this level, went till this level of 65.383, and now it's retracing and forming another kind of consolidating range at a level higher than the uh, most recent lowest low. Even if price breaks below this level, we can think of a trade in a negative direction, in a short direction. Similarly, the case with gold. Gold is showing some really good rejection from the similar level as it had shown in the past. Like today only it has got rejected twice from the similar level. If silver breaks below this level, we can take a short position with this stop loss, and target could be anywhere between. Today is Friday, and this is one point that is bothering me. Today is Friday, Saturday and Sunday would be the market close. And if some overnight and one major overnight event is pending, that is the signing of the peace agreement between US and Iran. And, and we cannot take an overnight trade uh, given that this big risk is still looming on us. And that too we would not have we would not get uh, two trading session, like 2 days we would be stuck with the trade, and if god forbid some bad thing happen, then could we could be get caught on the wrong direction. So let's avoid today's trade Just for the educational purpose, we can track this level if it gets breakdown. This was the clear rejection. This was the lowest level. This is the lowest level. Not the lowest level. Lowest level is at 41.21. This is the low that price has recently made while consolidating at the higher level after taking bounce from 41.21. This is the new higher low that price has established from where price is taking now support. Let's look at Bitcoin in 5-minute time frame, 1-minute time frame. Bitcoin is also showing some strength. It's just getting started to consolidate here. After the consolidation only, we will think of taking a short position if price give breakout below the consolidating range. I mean, I have made my point clear on Bitcoin, gold, silver multiple times. So we will just follow that now. Look at this phenomenal move of USD CHF. Today it's up by 0.4%. Let's look at the chart of gold and silver. They have retraced again. I mean, they are trying to bounce back from this new support that they have built, which is above the previous low. I mean, they have formed a new support, new support level from where they are trying to bounce back. But this support is at the higher level. Higher, this is placed at on the higher level than the major support on this price chart as of now from 5-minute time frame. On silver as well, we are witnessing this bounce. So it would be fine if we draw a support level here. And let me copy this support level from silver and we will put this similar support level on gold as well. Yes, now it's fine. So I have cleared the levels here on gold, silver. Today is very uh, zero to no volatility today because of the fact that US markets are closed today, and because of less volatility, we have not seen some good moves on gold, silver, Bitcoin, as we always do on the second half of our stream. Like after 6, it's been a general phenomenon that we've been noticing since last 3 months. So today was the today was the day when gold and silver show where gold and silver has shown almost zero to no moves during its evening session, and this was obviously because of the market closure of United States, as we are already aware of. So this was it for gold silver. I have already marked the levels which are important, and we will focus on these levels on Monday open. Let's hope for the best. Today is the peace accord being signed in Switzerland between US and Iran, mediated by Pakistan, of course. So let's see what happens. If it all goes well, then we might see a good open on gold, silver. And if it went wrong, then we might see a good up move on crude oil. So this was it for this live stream. Thanks for joining, and goodbye. Happy weekend.